This is how he got that number, Bugs.
Yeah, got off to a very quick start, but this wave, it just ran off at him. Didn't really get around this last section to trademarks, laybacks in. And Griffo, geez, he looked like he was going to pull in there for a second, and he's out.
I don't think he's a guy that wants to deal with hassling or a paddle battle. He really wants to focus on the surfing, doing the talking. And looks like he'll use priority once again. Florence sets that rail, the Pisdale into the lip, incomplete. Griffin 0.7, 0.5 now with priority. No matter what the size or the conditions look like, he really sets the mark for how you perform on this venue. John up again. Setting up a wrapping turn, just setup work so far. Florence lays into it. An absolute crushing power hack, and he'll step off. Runner-up to Adriano de Souza. Back to his last wave.
Yeah, well, John, he doesn't need to get the biggest waves to get an 8-point ride. And look at this wave here. There it is. The layback snap. And this wave, Joey, kind of peters out. Doesn't really...
He's been having a lot of fun as well this week, along with being focused with his coach, Tommy Whitaker. Playing a little bit of golf, and then getting right back into gear, staying focused for the call for finals day. John rolls in again. Sets that rail. What a cutback. Right picking it into the pocket. Just the range of that carve is sensational. And how he can change gear but push at 100% while keeping a higher line.
A smaller wave, but there's one big slashing turn here in the whitewater and jams it up into the pocket. And that's all that wave offered, but you know, it's still a highlight reel, Joe.
It certainly is. Right here you're looking, okay, traditional carve, and how about that need for a directional change? Completely stopping with that body torque. And that's what makes us keep on guessing with all the varieties of his layback. All our competitors excited to see what he's going to do next. Bugs, John had just got this wave.
Yeah, John is looking to put a bit of a stamp on this heat now. And it is a big layback snap out of the lip, and a trademark move that he's made famous here. He gets his second turn in, and look how stretched out he is, in complete control, and then uses that lip. He just comes down in front of it. No problem for J.Florence. I need to win titles. I need to win championships, because all he's thinking about is making it to lowers.
Rolling in now, Griffin Colapinto, holding priority for a long time, finally swinging on the open face. Great start for Griff. Fading cutback on the open face, needs more for the finish. Channels all that speed towards the beach. Great decision on the final maneuver for the Californian.
What a wave this is, Joe.
Such a great read, especially with that big first hook.
Yeah, and then he comes into the second one. Just a nice cut back there and sets up. He knows he's got to make this one. Gets up, gets in front of the foam ball, and super solid lightning speed. That first snap there puts the judges on notice that a big score is going to come in here, Joe. Love the finish here, but look at that start. Wow, he just brings the board right around, just beautiful body torque, technique to perfection. This second turn here, kind of a bit of a check turn, but he puts a bit on it, a little bit of spice. And this finishing turn here, gets up above and rides that lip out, uses the speed to get in front of that converging whitewater, and he loves it. You can see Griffin paddling wide. He's going to pick up the edge of this one.
Smart move under priority. Colapinto just needs a 2.77, big layback off the top. He can't control it. Situation remains the same. But John's taking these on the head. And Griffin still on the move under priority. It looks like he just wants a quick lead change. We'll roll into this one. Not much of an open face. He has to get right out of there.
Well, he's aware, you know, John began this heat kind of doing the same thing, just roving around on that inside.
Great to hear from Connor O'Leary, turning in some great results this season. Back to the water with John. Doesn't look like he's too interested, and that throws priority to Griffin.
Wow, that could be a big turning point here. And he knows if he doesn't go, John will.
You're also seeing the amazing paddle ability of Florence, who is so far inside. Griffin takes this wave. Remember, needs just a 2.77. Unbelievable down car from Griff. Sets up a nice blowtail in the end section. A big two-turn combo. Griffin says, thank you very much. Snake and Tommy applauding the effort. We'll get that lead change, and we're down to 4:10 to go.
Solid looking wave, big set wave for Griffin. That searing turn out of the top. Now a big fluffy section goes up early, Joe. Kind of, it's a layback jam, and this wave here is going to be a good score, Joe.
Big sweeping down carve and managed to get the finish with that carve and tail release. Whew, that was sweet to watch.
Oh, wow, this is good surfing. And look how early he goes up for this one. He knows that, the fin is completely released on that one. And then a difficult converging whitewaters, and he is giving thanks.
We're a little frantic for John's typical profile out here. And he missed his opportunities to really perform just by being out of position, which he typically never say when John's in the water.
No, that's right. You know, it was obviously John knew that he could get, you know, 7s at least, 7.5s on small to medium waves, but it just didn't pan out.
Well, we're going to have a brand new champion in the West this year. Griffin Colapinto beats John and moves on to the final to take on Gabriel Medina. A final that they've never featured in the past, and both with a shot to win this event for the first time in their career.